Missoula is just the perfect sized town to live, start a business, raise a family, I guess, if you want.
I've traveled the world. I've been to 5 different countries in Europe, and there's no place like home. I miss the mountains when I'm away from them.
It goes way back to the year 2000, where one of the original founders of Zombie Tools and I met. We decided that we both like swords, and we started our own sword fighting club, the Drunken Jedi Pirate Circus. And that went on for at least 7 years. And then we were drinking one night at my apartment, and I bring up the idea of why don't we make swords for the zombie apocalypse, which totally freed us up. We could make whatever we wanted. We could make it fantasy, we could make it tactical, we could do whatever we want. We could blend everything together and still make a really great product.
All of us have our own personal blades that we take out in the woods, and they get used. And we need something that's going to stand up to the abuse that we put it through. And if it stands up to our abuse, it's going to stand up to the customer's abuse.
Our goal when designing swords is to try to make them as functional as possible. I don't believe in charging this kind of money for something that's just going to hang on the wall. The idea is that I design it on the computer, and once we have a design that we think is good, we cut it out of cardboard and hold it and swing it around the shop, have a great time whacking each other with a piece of cardboard. From there, once we have a design that we like, we send it off to a water cutter and get the design cut out.
We start the heat treating process, where that's the process of taking it from a softened state to a hardened state.
And then when it's ready to go, we got a clamp system to ensure straightness on it, because a lot of our products are huge, you know. So 1500 degrees dipping in oil, you know, sometimes it can get you a wonk. So we clamp it out, drop it really quick to temperature, and what that does is it makes it really hard. It's actually almost brittle.
So from the heat treating process, we go to the tempering process. From there, it goes to our grinder. And our grinding technique is a technique called just stock removal. So we don't forge it. We will take the heat treated product and remove stock to get our initial bevel on. From the initial bevel, it goes over to our handlers, and we put the handle slabs on.
And then we pin them on, and by pinning them on, it just secures it, kind of mushrooms out, and then that's actually what holds the blade on. Then we'll kind of grind the bevels in and soften all the edges, and of course putting texture on it and making it look old.
From the handling stage, gets a sheath made for it, then it gets taken over to etching, where we put our signature Zombie Tools etch on it. From there, it gets sharpened, wrapped, and shipped.
It just amazes me. You know, we're in the middle of the Rocky Mountains making a Japanese sword that we're sending to Germany. I mean, that on paper? Come on.
We've had our blades sold on 6 of the 7 continents, and we even had one guy take a picture of one of his blades on Antarctica. So they've been around the world.
I have so many future plans for Zombie Tools. At one point in time, I thought that I'd like to build it up so that we had 20 employees. I'm pretty happy around 10. Dealing with that many people is problematic and takes more time than I'm willing to put forth. I've got grinding to do, for Christ's sake.